All right, we're going to attempt 20 ISOs number 12. And just like always, first thing that we want to do is try to get a feel for the dimensions. Both sides in this case are rounded. So I'm going to take the rounded end on both sides over here. And it looks like getting it from the top is going to be the easier way. And we're just going to count those squares from the top tick, over here. So let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this unit is going to be 12 units, or sorry, this shape is going to be 12 units in width. And from, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and extend these tick marks out this direction. We've got those nice little center marks given to us in our drawing. So let's use them. 1, 2, 3, 4 across. It's going to be 4 deep. And let's try to find the highest point. Let's see here. Using the front is not going to be a really good idea. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use this blue side, and we'll have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, and then another 1, 2 down below. So the total height of this object, which is going to be hard to get the actual dimension for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be 7 high. Let's see if we can get the. So it's going to be 7 units high. So we've got 12 by 4 by 7. Let's see. Well, going into OnShape, before we do that, let's figure out how we're actually going to do this before we go into the 3D modeling. I'm going too fast on myself. So let's see here. I think we have several fillets. We have 3 holes. So these rounded edges on the outside, fillets here, and fillets here. We also have 3 holes. And each one of those holes look identical with a diameter of 2. So we have the holes, and we have the fillets. Okay, and the diameter, or sorry, the radius of the fillet for each time looks like it's going to be 2 as well. So we've got diameter of 2, we've got fillet with a radius of 2, and I think we're going to start with a block, a small block with a height of 2, and then we're going to add another block with a height of 5. Let's try that. I need to remember 12 by 4. When we make our document, let's call it 20 ISOs, number 12. Click OK. Now we're going to make a sketch, 12 by 4. Click on the top view, make a rectangle, make sure it says corner rectangle, drag it out. It's going to be 12 by 4 if I remember. Yep, 12 by 4. So we're going to type in 4, enter, 12, enter. Make sure that you've got your length and your height in the right spot. So 4 high, 12 wide, and then click the green check mark. And we're going to make this one 2 high, 2 units high. I'm going to click, and then my depth, 2. Okay, click the green check mark, and you're good to go for this part. Now we're going to add in a second block on top of it, and that second block is going to be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's going to be a 4 by 4 block here. So it looks like it gets split in the middle. We're going to need some reference point to be able to get it right on the 4 spot. So we're going to create a sketch on the top, and I'm just going to create a line to start with down here at the bottom left and make it 4 units long, because I know that 4 is going to be a third of the way. So it's going to be 4, 8, 12. So whenever I make my rectangle, I can just click on the corner rectangle and click on this bottom corner. And then whenever I click, I can make it 4, enter, 4, enter. And I have a square. Okay. If you don't want this line down here anymore, you can trim it off. Click the green check box, and let's go to an isometric view. Now we're going to extrude, click, and this one needs to be 5. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be 5 units high. So I'm going to go back and click 5, and that looks good. Green check mark. Okay, so we have our basic shape. And from this basic shape, we're now going to start molding in what the rest of the shape is going to look like. So I think the next thing we need to do is the fillets. Since we're just making holes after that, we can use the fillets to find our hole centers, because it looks like the center of each hole is going to be at the center of the radius of the fillets. We're going to use that to our advantage to make our life easier. So we're going to click the fillet button, and then we're going to be clicking fillet a lot. Make sure that the radius is 2, and I'm going to click on these edges. Click on the edge, and then the second edge, and then down on the bottom I'm going to click on these edges, and I'm going to have to move around to get to the back over here. So I'm going to have to click on, I'm just going to do that. Click on the view cube to go around to the other side. I'm going to click on this edge and this edge. So we should have 6 in total, and you can rotate around to make sure that you got them all. Okay, looks like we did. And we're going to click green checkbox. Now, the only thing that we need is 3 holes that go along with it. So we have a couple of options here. We can use the hole command, and we can also just make a sketch of a circle. Let's check the hole command and see if it will actually use our center point. So I'm going to click hole, and it'll give us some options. Okay, we definitely want it to go through. And let's see here. Sketch points to place holes. Ooh, looks like we may need to have points in order for that to occur, because I'm looking around here and it says that there's no points available. So I don't know. Let's go for a sketch. So I'm going to create a sketch and click on the front side. And I'm just going to make a circle. And it looks like if I start off up at the top, I can make my mouse go down vertically until I reach the center point. And then I can click that circle, drag it out, and make it 2. And then green check mark. Since there's no other holes that are going to be made on this side, I'm going to go ahead and extrude that hole. Click extrude, click remove, and drag all the way through. Okay, click the green check mark. Double check and make sure that the hole actually does go all the way through. Okay, and then on the other sketch, we're going to click on the sketch, and we're going to click down here. We're going to click on the top. Alright, so we're going to need to make 2 circles this time. Starting over here, I can use the middle of our fillet to drag the line out, and then I'm going to eventually find the center of this circle. I'm going to click, and we're going to make that a diameter of 2. And we're going to move over to the left side and do the exact same thing. Click, and make it a diameter of 2. Green check mark. Alright, we're going to find some isometric view. Yeah, that looks good. And we're going to click extrude. Make sure that you have it selected on remove. Click on both circles, circle 1, circle 2, and then click and drag down. And it should take both of the circles down at the same time, because this is considering one piece of, it's considering both circles one action. So when you click on the green check mark, look at the top view and double check and make sure that you've got your holes in both places. Ooh, a little far on that one. Okay, click the front, got the holes here. Click the top, got the holes here. We are good to go. So this is 20 ISOs, number 12.